Honestly, I feel like this is the best contrast for the scenery because I'm not really that important. So we're gonna try and see if we can do it like this. I don't have my phone stand, camera stand thing because I like scaled a wall to get up here. And I wasn't really planning on, I wasn't planning on doing anything really, but I said I wanted to make a video yesterday because something kind of crazy happened and I didn't really have a place to do it. Not that this is really a place, but I have nature as my phone stand right now. I have a big tree that's holding my phone up, and this amazing canyon in the background that I hope you guys can see. Like, it's not... we're gonna try and move. Like, I really want you guys to see over there. Well, I tried to adjust the camera and I probably made it worse, so it's all good. Damn, it's a really nice sunset. Oh well, we're gonna hope that the camera doesn't fall now. So, the big thing that I wanted to say yesterday though, I went to East High, which is the high school from High School Musical, and it was so strange because it's like I still have a distrust in our school system, and obviously the school system now is much different from when I went to school and when people before me went to school, but there was this literal like opportunity that I felt just by walking in those halls, and it wasn't really the High School Musical part, even though like I love that part. There is something about being back in a high school at this stage in my life that like I still have hope kind of for that type of pursuit in life. I don't know, it really brought me back. And let me check my notes real quick because I wrote something down and I want to see what it is. Alright, so that didn't help me because all I wrote was that like being a student and that opportunity life, and like, oh, so I wouldn't go back and redo my life, right? Because there's just too much shit that happened. And to like have to go through it again and like make choices, make all those decisions again, it's just not worth it, right? But I guess like when I was in high school age, right, there were people that were saying so many things about like this is your formative years of your life and there's so much that you can choose to do, like so much opportunity essentially they're trying to say that that you have in your life, right? And it's like I didn't really feel it because it was like I didn't know what the hell to look forward to, so I didn't have the chance, the opportunity to see the opportunity, if you make sense. It hit me yesterday when I was walking these halls and when I was like in this atmosphere, just like the difference between then and now. And I don't know, there's something deeper there, and everyone will have their own interpretation and their own opinion about like what that is. I'm low-key interested if like when I stop this video, if I'll be like leaning forward in this whole video when I'm not, I'm like standing straight, it's just the camera is like tilted. It's weird because it's like I wasn't expecting it to be so quiet here, and there's like little birds chirping way in the distance or wherever because there's nothing close to me, and I wasn't even like, there's these bushes in the desert that like one, wasn't expecting so many of them, and then two, it's just like it's weird because like they see the desert's dry and then there's all these things that are growing, and obviously these are like desert plants, but at the same time it's just like very interesting to just see it's not just a barren wasteland. I really wish I got my point about being a student and school in general out that I wanted to say, but I feel like that feeling is like lost as we grow up. Or okay, here's something at least. So like the feeling should be experienced back then, but it's only after you grow up that you realize the feeling. and by the time you realize the feeling, you can't act on the feeling. So it's just kind of misplaced energy almost. And like I said, I wouldn't go back to that time. And my general like stance is that we need to help that generation, but it's like knowing now what they need to do, or like having my opinion now about what they need to do at that age. Like society isn't unified on what that is. Every country is different, every culture is different, every like community even is different in terms of like whatever beliefs and values get you to lead and like grow the next generation. Grow them like they're plants. And I've mentioned that like with the values-based technology, there's an opportunity for a community to be built around that. And what that community might look like is still, a work in progress. But I think whatever I wanted to say about being a student and that feeling is definitely related to building that community. It's just crazy because I guess the other thing that goes into that feeling is that I wasn't anticipating that there was a feeling anything like that I could have experienced. So the fact that I did experience it and kind of the unexpected nature of it was what kind of like made me feel even weirder about the whole situation. And I feel like I keep going back to this point of like, it's not about me going back to relive those times or like to do those times differently or anything like that. But like there's an appreciation for like that stage in life in general that I guess maybe that's just part of growing up, right? And just realizing where you came from and all the things that happened to like get you to where you are. And like the things that kids talk about in K through 12, even college, it's like the things that they put value on and prioritize is just interesting. And it's like, it's not any different as you grow up, but like it changes. And kind of the root essence of life kind of remains the same, but how you understand it and like what it means for your life is completely different. And it's just interesting that there's like that connecting factor. I guess like I feel like I'm getting to the point, but like it's not really clear in my head. And I guess like if you're able to access the essence of life, then the feeling that I got kind of makes sense because it's a manifestation of that essence, in the sense of when you get to that level of analysis or like that level of thinking, it's like this distinctions between like the things that we kind of put into this reality, the society that we're creating, they break down, and it's like you're able to access a different aspect of life that would otherwise not be there. And it's super abstract, and like there's definitely something more concrete that I'm trying to get to. But like that point, there's a practical point of that point that like I can't verbalize because what I'm feeling is the abstract, and when I felt it yesterday, it was abstract, even though it was manifested in that school environment. And to redefine it in terms of a more general practical sense is where I'm drawing a disconnect. So I don't know. It was just super nice. I feel like that feeling alone, there's certain things that I've gotten to at this point in the trip that like I wouldn't have ever anticipated feeling. And like it could just be like after the super low of like what happened to my car, just like the rebound or the bounce back. But it's not even, I'm not even connecting those events. It's just like the things that I'm experiencing in this place with the people here. It would only happen if I got to this. It's not considering how I got here or like or how it is that like life happened before this. Obviously all that is ingrained into like who I am and like how I'm like thinking about life and everything. But like it's just super crazy. Like I'm definitely like me saying I'm over this trip like 3 times now, at least in these 3 videos that I posted. Uh, like there's a point that where that's still accurate, but there's also a point where it's like there's so much that I'm still like gaining from this trip that I'm like, there's no way that I could discredit it in any given fashion. And like just that, I guess like that what I'm describing, like I'm over it but I'm still doing it and I'm like gaining stuff from it, is just like, that's like perseverance, right? Perseverance and just general like motivation for life. What's the word for that? There's a different word that endurance, but like there's another word for like what I'm trying to describe. And I think like there's a general happiness, and happiness might not be the word that I'm trying to describe, but there's happiness, contentment, joy, whatever, the like positivity almost that like you gain after you go through negative things. And I feel like it's a choice that I made, right, to be positive in life and to be happy. And I don't know, there's just like, it's really nice, and there's a point there. And I don't know, it's crazy. Like I've said this at multiple points in my life that like anything can happen now and like I'd be fine, right? Like if I died, whatever, it'd be fine. If whatever happened, I lost an arm, whatever, blah blah blah, I'd be fine. And um, like that sort of mentality is like I'm getting a deeper understanding and a deeper appreciation of that perspective that I've had this whole time, and just like what that means practically in like different environments, different scenarios, different contexts. It's just like, it's really nice. And like I feel like that's all I gotta say, because I can't really, I can't describe it any better than that right now. But the sun's almost pretty much set. I gotta make it down here. The moon's super nice. Probably can't see it. I'll take a picture and maybe put it after. Obviously the picture won't get it either. But I the office to pay to get inside of the Canyons National Park here was closed. They said go to the visitor center. There's this road that I took before the visitor center, and there's a gate there. So I also don't want to make sure. I want to make sure that I don't get locked in, given that, you know, all the things and stuff and karma, blah 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 blah. We're all good. But yeah. So, it's your boy Nick Kumiya signing off on day 92.